Oh, ball! Well done!
Tom, ref! He's just hit him in the head, ref! Referee! Why isn't he an old back, ref? It's a straight red! Come on, Rangers!
Come on,
I missed the whole game.
The County Cup has returned. Charlwood's comfortable win over Sutton Common Rovers saw them through to the second round of the County Cup for a fixture against Wandgas, a side who ply their particular brand of football in the Surrey South Eastern Combination League. With their home pitch rendered unplayable by the inclement weather, Wandgas are using a leaf-covered park in Epsom as their base for what will become one of the most unpleasant games of football a bunch of amateurs will ever lay their lenses on. Even with Jamie Liddell away on holiday, Barks and Mike have a strong squad at their disposal, especially with former Vauxhall Conference defender Richard Pell making a cameo appearance.
Alright then, boys, here we go again. Boys, attitude's been superb, and it always is. It always is. We can shout, holler, fire you up, but like I say, it's a 90-minute game of football, and we've got to be thinking. Your heart's in the right place, all of you. You always give 100%. Think about the conditions, trust each other, but fight for each other today. They can hoop and holler and bang that door and tell us where they are in the league. They don't know our journey as individuals and collectively. And you go out there and apply yourselves like you've done there. With that effort and attitude, it's there for you today, boys. But it starts from the first kick of that ball where we squeeze areas and we press and we hound, and we are united today. All right, let's have it.
Yeah, second round of the Cup. Big game really. The other team unbeaten, top of their league, probably similar journey to us. But the lads prepared well, great little warm-up out there, and as I say to the boys, you know, no one's going to beat us if we play our own game, so we've just got to get out there and get ourselves set. Richard Pell, so new signings, come out of the Conference North, I think. Old friend, Loughborough alumni, is going to be a good player, I think, for us. Great chat out there, good leadership of the boys. I think there'll be a lot of talking from him and great experience to have him in. Nothing beats this, nothing beats coming with the lads. We work hard on a Wednesday night with them, we talk about what we want to do. No better feeling than going out and seeing them do what we're asking them to do and coming away with a win.
As was the case with their previous County Cup opponents, Charlwood don't know much about the team that they're facing next in the tournament. What they do know is, like Charlwood, Wandgas are top of their division and undefeated.
Everything's been classed, that whistle goes, that's our trigger. We come alive here. We come alive here together. Pieces, baby! Talking bait!
The sloping pitch, drenched in autumn leaves, provides an unusual setting for a Tier 9 game, and neither side is quite used to the conditions. The home side, however, are playing with the kind of confidence you would expect from a side that are yet to be beaten this season. The ball dropped into the box is an early test for Richard Pell's aerial prowess, while Charlwood defender James Tyler launches the first of many crunching tackles. Wandgas, in the meantime, are about to commit more fouls than a mental hospital for chickens.
Deliver, Bailey! Deliver! Good boy!
Oh, go on, Ty. Okay. Call the ball.
Got 2 6-foot giants here.
Charlwood's aerial assaults pose a serious threat to the home team, who will use any means they can to snuff out the danger, especially when it comes to the trickery of Justin Ford.
How many more?
At the back, Pell is realising his promise as a defensive rock.
Brilliant, Pelly! Get round him.
The leafy areas of the pitch are proving very problematic for those wishing to play through opposing defences.
Now!
Charlwood hound and hunt in packs, and midfield general Tom Tennant's firm but effective tackle on the Wandgas centre-back riles the number 6, who makes his feelings known to Tom and the referee.
Well, it's a busy time of year for him, isn't it? Go on, David, get us up!
It's worth noting that the referee does not deem this challenge to be a foul. He is, however, more interested in giving a drop ball when a tree branch intervenes.
Book it, ref.
Oh, wow! Wow!
One questionable decision from the ref is about to be compounded by another.
No way! No way, that's shocking! Referee, that's part of the game!
Sensing Barks' frustration, the Wandgas number 3 begins his own campaign to increase the irritation.
Ref, please don't ruin the game. That's part of the game. Just give him a goal now, ref.
A beautifully placed free kick 10 minutes in sets Wandgas on their way, and the anger on the sidelines is only going to get worse.
What? There's kids here, mate. Careful, your language.
The bunch of amateurs' microphones don't pick up what the Wandgas players are saying to Barks. Suffice to say, it's not very nice.
There's kids here. There's kids here. What's your language?
Yet another free kick against Charlwood for a seemingly innocuous aerial challenge begins to raise questions about the impartiality of a referee who not only requested he officiate this fixture, but knew the home team players by name.
So you can't even head the ball now. How can you do that? How can you give a foul every time for that? It's not even that decision, Mike. That's the president now. We can't head the ball. You can't. I mean, Pelly's 6'5". Do you think he's climbing over someone?
An increasingly hostile atmosphere steps up a level when a typically robust two-footed challenge from Tom Tennant sets the home side against him.
The 4! Get hold of that 4! His language, his attitude's disgusting! Get hold of that 4!
Perhaps energised by the incident, Wandgas have a renewed vigour about them and they pin Charlwood back before setting up a 20-yard drive.
Oh my God.
With the referee either uninterested or incapable of calming the teams down, the challengers are flying in.
Oi! What I'm referee!
There as well.
What I'm referee kicking the ball away as well!
Half an hour has passed before Charlwood have their first efforts on target. Justin's low shot is parried, but Charlwood are beginning to recover.
Well done, Just! Stay together, keep plugging away! Brilliant, Herds.
Referee! Ref! In the back!
After the precedent he set earlier, it's hard to understand why the referee ignored the penalty appeals for a blatant push on James Tyler. Charlwood are on the ascendancy, but Wandgas are still threatening. The 22-yard curler is well saved by Zach Rice, and the resulting corner sees a header flash wide of Zach's post. Time is ticking away, but Charlwood eventually begins to take charge in midfield, and some probing work from Payne and Ford opens up the defence for Tom Tennant.
First time! Frustrating. I'm here with you. Frustrating. I'm frustrated. You're frustrated. All right. I love you lot as mates and what you give for the club. And we lose this game 10-0. Guess what? I love you all still. It don't matter to me. But you apply yourself this half. It's there for you. And I'm telling you now, when we move that ball, we slide balls in, we go back to what we know, they can't live with us. They can't live with us. We've had more corners and free kicks than I've ever seen in a half of football. And we haven't tested the keeper. For me now, it's just about you guys sticking together and doing what you're doing. Because that next goal, these type of people, you meet them all over your life. When they're winning, everything's great and they're buzzing. But as soon as it goes against them, as soon as something goes the other way, they can't deal with it because they're not resilient. Well, guess what? We are resilient. As people and as a team, we are resilient. And when things are up against us, we don't shy away. I thoroughly believe the next goal changes this whole game. Changes everything, boys. Take it to them this half. Trust each other. Move the ball. Whatever the scoreline this half, show yourselves. Show our true colours. I'll walk away with my head held high. They all hate me. I couldn't care less. I couldn't care less. Everyone I care about in this 50-acre field is in this little circle now. What we do for each other in this half counts. And let's leave our heads held high, knowing all of us gave it something this half. It's here for you. Come on. Language again with a 4. Language again, the C-bomb with a 4.
Charlwood start the half with renewed determination, embodied by defender Ben Davies' refusal to let Wandgas play down the left flank. Charlwood pass the ball around as best they can, but Wandgas are defending stubbornly.
Protect the ball, Bailey!
Kevin Lock eventually gets a chance to work his magic, but Wandgas keep getting a foot in. Eventually, Justin Ford is undone by a bobble. On the hour mark, the simmering climate finally boils over.
There's a kick there as well!
Referee! Ref, come on! Come on! Referee!
The referee eventually books Murphs for his aggressive attempt to reclaim the ball, but the Wandgas player's reaction goes unpunished.
That's cheating. Never known anything like what I've seen today. Never known anything like this. Never known anything like this. No, I'm not saying you're cheating. You're using the word cheat, not me.
The away side continue to apply on the pressure, but they can't get through the Wandgas back line. Yet they don't stop trying, and that's beginning to stress the home defence out.
Locking you in.
As if to illustrate this point, the Wandgas captain swings an arm into Kevin Lock's face.
He swung his arm! Ref, it's dangerous out there now!
The charming lad then spits at Murphs. To the surprise of nobody, the referee decides the appropriate course of action for such chavvy behaviour is not a red card and a lengthy ban, but a drop ball.
A drop ball! He's given a drop ball!
We're unlucky!
The situation is probably best summed up by Zach's exchange with a Wandgas supporter standing behind his goal.
Yes, unfortunately.
The guy's just hit Kevin in the face.
Despite the 2-goal deficit and perhaps because of the injustice, Charlwood refused to give up, and Wandgas refused to stop kicking them.
Referee!
The latest challenge leaving Kevin Lock in considerable pain.
Ref, these are dangerous!
The home side have all but given up on playing and hoof the ball down the hill at every opportunity. It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off. 20 minutes left and Ben Herdman steals the ball in midfield. Bailey Rumbelow squares to Murphy, but his effort is blocked and the rebound blazed over to the Wandgas amusement.
Lads, they're struggling, they're tiring, we're growing, keep working, yellows!
A huge kick from Zach Rice somehow bounces all the way through to Bailey Rumbelow, and he has a chance.
Yes! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Spare that blood, keep working! Better side, keep pushing! Resilience! All added on, thanks, ref! Struggling! Bubble! Yellow win!
The home side are rattled and Charlwood know it.
Superb!
With 10 minutes on the clock, Wandgas have a chance to finish the contest.
Hey, it's going our way now! It's going our way now, you can feel it! Come on!
They miss it, but the opening gives them a more attacking mindset and they begin to come out of their half.
Hey, he's in!
Charlwood keep battling. Josh Fordry surges down the right hand side and plays in Stephen Payne, but he can't find anybody in the box. Wandgas attack again, but to no avail.
Davey!
Ben Davey clips a delightful ball to Payne and he attacks again. But this time his shot is blocked.
Come on, go Doris here! Keep your two lads!
Wandgas clear the corner kick, but only as far as Ben Davey. He controls and then finds Justin Ford, and he sets his sights on goal. As the number 6 turns his back and fails to block the shot, Justin Ford delivers a large slice of justice.
You deserve that, lads! Dealing with that all game! Keep going, yellows! Get in there! Calling us every name under the sun! Keep working! We're growing, let's win it!
Wandgas are freaking out like a long-tailed cat in a room full of rocking chairs, and Charlwood want the winner.
Time! Josh, can we get delivery in? Well done! Suck it up! Pass! Brilliant! Referee! Oh my God! Oh my God! Seen it all! Seen it all now today! Seen it all now, referee!
Having not been able to help the home team for some time, the referee finally gets something utterly wrong and alleviates the pressure on the Wandgas defence.
Oh, referee, man!
Tired, stressed and hurting, a Wandgas midfielder does what any reasonable human being would do when tackled on a football pitch. He pulls Tom Tennant's hair. Then, entirely reasonably, he acts like some sort of low-rent, pot-bellied Scrappy-Doo.
Why isn't he an old back ref? It's a straight red! This is a disgrace today, what I've seen here. Kids watching, the attitude, the language.
Not one to make any sort of decision that might negatively impact Wandgas, the referee inexplicably produces a yellow card.
It's unbelievable, Steve. Hey! We keep our dignity! Let them do that!
In the final moments, Charlwood is still on the front foot, and Stephen Payne's wicked cross nearly produces a winner.
Brilliant! Drive! Drive! Drive, Josh! Drive, Josh! Drive, Josh!
In the final seconds, Payne gets him behind.
Oh my God!
With no extra time in the competition, when the referee's whistle goes, it's time for penalties.
You put yourself in this position, we've got nothing to lose. The pressure's on them. They've thrown it away. They've thrown it away and now it's here for us. Confident, believe, nobody blames anyone. We win or lose together. We celebrate or lose together and that's the bottom line. Whatever happens now, do your best for me, all right? Who wants to take them? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Winner. 6, 7. Those first 7 get together, arms round each other in the centre circle. Let's have it, boys. Heads up, heads up. No pressure at all. You put yourself in this position. You've given yourself a chance. Get together, no pressure at all. Come on, Zacko. He's standing to the left a bit. Come on, Zach. Come on, Zach. Yes!
The first penalty is blazed over. It's first strike to Charlwood.
Keeper up as well. All game. You're shooting, Mercy. He's shouting miss. Shouting big, give it the big I am.
Club captain and designated penalty taker Stephen Payne steps up for Charlwood's first.
He scored about 100 for me. One more. One more. Target, Steve.
He draws an excellent save from the keeper.
Back in here, Steve. Back in here, Stevie. The 6 has had a shocker all game. So let's cap it off there. Unlucky. Idiot.
Zach gets a hand to the ball, but it breaks his heart and slips into the net.
What a moron he is. Do you reckon he finished school? Come on, Just.
Justin Ford, whose volley sent the game to penalties, steps up next. It's another very good save from the Wandgas goalkeeper. A finish dead into the corner leaves Charlwood on the precipice.
Score here, 2-0. Scores this one. Zach says next one, job done. Nurse put his foot for it right down the middle.
Zach insists that his opposite number is leaving the goal line, but the referee doesn't want to hear it.
Head up, Merce.
If Wandgas score the next penalty, it's all over. It's Charlwood's first defeat in well over 30 games.
Cheers, Dan. Cheers, Bill. Take care, mate. Yeah, I know. It was a bit of a head start, wasn't it?
Zacco! Zacco! Well up, boys.
All right, boys. Boys, I said before the pens, we walk out of here with our heads held high. That's a lottery. Sometimes you have those moments in life where you can rub people's faces in things. It doesn't happen often. And we had a moment then. We had a moment to rub their face in it. And we just didn't take it. That's all. But that second half performance is what I take away from that. That resilience to fight back from 2-0 down, to go all the way and push them all the way to penalties. That's what I take away. I said it before the pens. Heads held high. We win, we lose together. Today we lost. Let's use today to crack on. But I'm proud of that second half, don't get me wrong. And I'm proud of every one of you. And you walk out of here with your head held high, you have a beer, and you reflect about what a tremendous second half that was. And we had a lottery. People lose cup finals over that. We've got the second round of the County Cup, so pick your heads up, all right? Proud of yourselves. Have a beer, sort yourselves out. We go again next week, all right? Well done, lads. Heads up. No blame at all to anyone. Brilliant second half.
The referee was rather eager to talk to us after the game, which always makes us a little suspicious.
Tough game for the teams, not difficult for me because I made it comfortable for myself. It was always going to be a competitive game, and the way I saw the game was I thought Charlwood started the better and found themselves 2-0 down, and Wandgas hadn't even got going. So to get a 2-goal advantage that early in the game within the first 15 minutes and you haven't even started playing, I thought they were very fortunate. But that's football. Overall, I thought Charlwood were the better side. Much the better side. They got back, they got to 2-2. If we'd have gone on another 5-10 minutes, I think they might have got a winner. Well, let me tell you now, I don't watch football on TV. And one of the reasons I don't watch the football on the TV as a referee is I get frustrated watching the referee and the way they carry on, because they do not apply the laws of the game.
We'll just leave him to hoist himself on his own petard. After the game, we followed Charlwood to the pub.
I got out I'll tell you what, we still haven't really got that throw on, have we? I've been going on about it for 6 years. Is he alright tonight, Keith? They're not checking on him. I'm gutted. That's a big competition there, and the league's one thing, the other competition, the other League Cup, that was a big one. That was a county cup, and that's one I wanted really. So yeah, I'm hurting, and I'm gutted for the lads. But same as what Mike said. I've had a few beers. You know, that's how we move on. We are going to move on. You've got two options to wave the white flag and surrender, or to keep going. We will keep going, but in this moment now, I'm gutted. I'm gutted for the lads that put everything on the line. To get that back to a draw, phenomenal. The better side throughout, and again, as Mike said, it's a coin toss. It's a lottery, penalties, and the County Cup's probably not a big deal to most people. Some people have lost World Cup finals on penalties, so imagine the heartache they go through. For us, it was a big competition. But all that being said, I'd rather be me and him and our team and our lads than them any day of the week. Because the attitude, the way they played the game, the people around, the pitch, everything doesn't interest me. If that's how you live your life, and that's how you want to bring that into a Saturday morning game of football and speak to people and play, not interested. We're us. We've kept our dignity today. We've shaken their hands. We've lost the game. It got overheated at points. But I would rather be us and my lads than them any day of the week, because some of that was disgraceful. I'm glad we never play them again. We beat that team 9 times out of 10 on a 4G pitch, on a decent surface, with all of our players back. We beat them, 9 times out of 10. Fair play to them, they've won the game. It doesn't sound bitter, but I think they need to look at themselves, how they're going to move forward, how they're going to act, because the language that was used, the challenges flying in. I've had lads with their heads pulled, face pinned down to the ground, trying to fight constantly. It's not what it's about in front of kids on a Saturday morning. And I get caught up in it, and I know I do, and I bite back, because it's frustrating, because I'm on that white line, and I can't affect the game. But their actions today, tomorrow I'd wake up and actually go, lads, we haven't got any dignity left really after that. That was embarrassing. You know, the respect to the game. Don't even get me started on the official today. I know it's a busy time of year for him.
Outtakes.
If you can bring yourself to do it, please hit like, subscribe, tell your friends and follow us on Patreon.